Hello, it's that time again. Out with the old and in with the new. Only on the Just Ask Bob show. It's that time again. Get up, get off the couch, and tackle your own to-do list. Welcome my good friend here, Frank Castillo.
Well, thank you so much. Again, my name is Frank. I'm from Garage Doorman. You can find us at garagedoorman.ca, Facebook and Twitter. Follow us. Bob, we've put on beautiful brand new insulated garage door. We want to thank you, Amarr Garage Doors, for supplying us with the door. This is a class of the 3000 with a wood grain, R16, foam injected, beautiful door.
Amarr, thank you. On behalf of myself, Frank, the network, the viewers, this is an absolutely phenomenal product. For all the viewers at home, this is top-notch quality.
Now, Bob, you took a look at the old door. What do you think of this transformation?
Unbelievable. Honestly, absolutely unbelievable. And only half of it was Amarr. The other half, the critical half, is the installation.
That's
the
right.
Installer. Frank, tell the viewers all about your company. This is your moment to shine.
Thank you.
Tell them all about your company and your services.
Thank you. We've been serving the Hamilton, Niagara, Burlington region for over 13 years. Garage Doorman at garagedoorman.ca. And now one thing we tell our customers is the garage door at your house is one of the biggest things that people can see. It's the largest object on the front of your house. When you change that, we do a whole facelift on the house. And as you can see, that's what we've done right here, Bob.
What area do you service?
We service Hamilton, Burlington, Milton, Niagara, Stony Creek. But honestly, Bob, I'm surprised how far we go. You know what? To fulfill customers and get new customers, we're willing to go pretty far.
And what are some of the services? Obviously, you do doors. What other services would you provide for the viewers?
We're really proud of doing garage door repair work all across Greater Southern Ontario. We provide same-day service most of the time we can. So garage service, repair, as well as garage door openers and replacement of your garage doors. Thanks, Bob.
Now this is obviously looks what may appear to be the end of the program. We're going to take you through the show step by step, starting with the old, beaten up, DIY insulated door, and take you right through all the stages so you, the homeowner, will know exactly the transparent manner from steps 1 to step 10 to get to this door. So stay tuned. Fine working men here, Frank. I appreciate you brought your finest.
We've already unwound the spring, because that's the very first thing you gotta do. Working with a torsion spring, Bob, remind your viewers, is very dangerous. You need a professional to unwind the spring. So once we've done that, go ahead and take off the old section with ease. Just like that, Bob. Sections are down.
Great job, great job. And I see you haul away all the garbage. Is that just for Bob, or you do that for all your great customers?
Well, unless you want to make a doghouse or something. Bob, customers always ask me, should I leave the old existing tracks?
Yes.
And I always tell them no, it's not worth it. The door already comes with new tracks. You're not dealing with an old rusty track. Many people want to leave the track just to save money. It's a bad idea. You're saving under $100 and you may not have a properly running door without replacing tracks.
It's not worth it.
It's really not worth it. Bob. Do it once right, that's it.
So the opener you'd installed previously, Frank, this has to get disconnected now?
So right now we got to take the garage door opener down. This is a side-mounted garage door opener, and it runs directly on the shaft here.
Okay.
Okay, so because we are replacing the shaft, just like you would replace the tracks, we're going to have to reconnect it when we're done installing the brand new door. So right now what we're doing is also removing the top shaft from the shaft. Once again, we've already taken all the tension from the springs off, so that way there's no worry.
So it's completely safe at this point.
Exactly. What you want to be worried about whether it has tension or not.
So that's why, Frank, although this is a DIY show, I would never ever recommend this type of job as DIY. I want the viewers now to know to call you for something like this. Safety's paramount.
Safety is number one. People try to save money and get seriously hurt by messing with garage door torsion springs. So what you want is call us or call a professional that you know is accredited, and we'll do a safe job for you.
Well, not only are you accredited, but you're Just Ask Bob approved. So there you go.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
People also say, why don't you use the old springs on it and I'll save some money? You never ever want to do that. Torsion springs are rated for the door that's specific to the door. Okay?
So they're definitely not universal. They're per door though.
They're universal, but it goes by weight.
Okay.
So we got a much heavier door, and you always want to install the garage door with the springs that come with it.
Excellent advice. Excellent. This doesn't sound like the type of thing where you want to cut corners to save cost, because there's an element of safety in every aspect.
Bob, as you know, cutting corners never works out well, and some people think it works out sometimes, but what they don't realize is in the long run, they'll end up spending more. Okay, Bob, what I wanted to show you is here we got 2-inch thick top insulated door. If you can zoom in there, this is foam, okay? This is an R16. This is a foam injected door, okay? 2 inches thick, brought to you by Amarr Doors. It's called the Classical line. It's gonna look beautiful. This is the Classical line, brought to you by Amarr Doors. Now, what I love about this door is the windows on it. Look at them. They're huge.
That's massive.
To my arm, right? Even more. So you get a nice big window, a lot of light coming with this door. These are insulated glass as well as a dark tint on them, just for that special custom look.
Frank, tell us what this step is, please.
So right now we're putting on the hardware for the intermediate second section for the garage door. It carries 3 middle hinges, and then we're going to have to add the struts, which are supports that are added to the section itself. Okay, Bob, so right here we're adding what's called the support strut.
Okay.
Basically, this is a very heavy door. They're very tall sections, okay, and they're 16 feet wide. So that adds support. So it doesn't bow. bow in the middle.
Also some wind resistance?
Also some wind resistance, but for the most part, it's a support so it stays stable for the longevity of the door.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay, so now that we got the bottom section all built in and hardwared, we're going to set it on the concrete. It's the first thing to building a garage door. Once we set it in place, we're going to put each track on each side, just the vertical tracks. Bottom section is in, and now we have to make sure that the floor is level. So whenever you put the bottom section in, you got to put a level right in the center. And as you can see, we are right dead nuts level.
What do you do when the floor is really off?
Well, then you got to raise the door up whatever side to reach that level. The garage door needs to be run level no matter what the ground is.
Okay, awesome. Now we start building.
Okay, Bob, so now what we're going to do is we're going to build the torsion spring assembly. We got a big puppy here, 283 wire, 2-inch diameter. This is a heavy door, so it needs a hefty spring. Now, one thing people don't realize is if you put the spring in the wrong direction, it's not going to work. One spring is meant for the left side, the other spring is meant for the right side. You screw that up, you'll be in big, big trouble. Big trouble. Always get the direction. Always get the direction of the springs right. The bolts on, that's what's going to secure right here the torsion spring. This, whatever it's mounted on, needs to be super strong because all the force is going to be pulling from that in. Alright, let's bring it in. Okay, so now as you can see earlier, we've pre-hardwired the sections and now we're putting up the intermediate section. Now this is easy. You go right off of the vertical tracks, one roller on each side, let it down gently, and then you got to make sure it's all flush and lined up perfectly. So here we're putting up the vertical track, making sure it lags up. Making sure it's lagged up all the way to the top. So now we have Justin putting up the top track right now. These are called the horizontal tracks. They attach to the vertical track, and it's basically the top section of the two segmented tracks. You have the vertical and the horizontal. And right now Justin's doing a great job putting up that horizontal. That we also have to make sure is level at the back end, so you got a nice straight door. Okay, so now we're going to put this top section up. This is a heavy window section. It needs 2 people. Good. Look how huge this window section is. These windows are massive. Okay, Okay, so right now the boys are putting tension to the spring. Again, this is the part where you really got to be careful. You got to be a professional. You got to have the right tools, or you can seriously hurt yourself. Even though they've done this 1,000 times, they're always careful, and you must always respect the spring, because otherwise you can get seriously hurt. Well, we're getting this door done all set up for Bob's job, and you know what? It's going to be Bob's your uncle soon. Okay, so now we've got the doors all set up. It's beautiful. And we're going to break up the style. We'll add to the style really with the window with these inserts. Now these just snap on in. Got to be very delicate with them in the cold. Bam, just like that. Now many people ask me if my kid throws a basketball or a soccer ball and breaks my glass, can it be replaced? Yes, it can. Don't worry about that. If your youngin's looking for the next NHL player, breaks the glass, you'll be okay. We have put the inserts on the window. We're going to transform this door with a little bit of decorative hardware. We're going to go from this to this. That's what we got. That's our finished product. We got a brand new, beautiful garage door.
Let's take a moment to talk about cable management, or as Bob likes to call it, neat and protected cable management. Courtesy of Just Ask Bob. Wire protection is very important. For aesthetics, you want to keep it vertical and plumb. All right, patience with me here. I'm climbing a ladder to show you. So again, let's backtrack. This is the bottom left sensor. Completely protected. The line works its way up vertically underneath the track. And in case you're wondering why it's such a thick cable protector for this length, it's because this is the ladder storage area in the shop. We want to make sure that even if the ladders bump this cable, it'll always be protected. This is important. Not every garage door installer, or for that case, alarm installer, will do such a neat job or pay such close attention to detail. Let me just zoom in for those of you at home. You want to protect your cable always. This not only looks neat, but again, I can't stress how important it is. It's all about protecting the cable. All right, let's get a good view at the other side. Here we have a variety of cable. On the right side, we've got alarm lines. On the left here, we've got the opener sensor. Everything comes up neat, everything's supported. Everything protected. All right, make certain this is definitely what they call an extra in the business. So don't expect your cable to be protected like this automatically. Communication's critical. You have to talk to your installer, tell them you want it as seen on the Just Ask Bob show.